Hi everyone, myself Amjad Ali, keeper. Today we have another guest. She's very passionate communicator and leader right now in Toastmasters. She's entrepreneur, she's an artist, and her name is Rizwana Buch. Let's welcome Rizwana Buch. Hi, Madam Rizwana, how are you doing?
Fine, Amjad. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you so much, and thank you very much for coming to our small little casual conversation. And let's learn something about each other. And I have a few questions for you. And I'm going to ask you a few questions about yourself, about the work what you do, and what you're doing for Toastmasters. Are you ready?
Sure, my pleasure.
Great. First of all, would you like to tell us about yourself, who you are, and what do you do? A bit of your background.
Okay. Who I am? I am Rizwana Buch, and by profession, I am an artist. I paint on canvas, and I like to draw portrait of people around. Just it's 3 years down the line I have joined Toastmasters, and that was the time, because most of my work involved in just inside the house, and there's one thing which I was lacking was meeting different people.
All right.
So the thought came in my mind that why not, because Toastmaster is one thing where we meet a lot of different people coming from different culture background. So with that intention, actually I joined Toastmasters.
Who brought you to Toastmasters?
I was just browsing through the net.
Okay, so yourself.
Yeah, I myself found out.
All right.
And the club was very close to my house, so I said, why not? Let me just go and attend 1 or 2 meetings. But then I ended up joining the club.
Very good, very interesting. The same happened to me as well. I was invited by nobody.
Yes, I invited myself actually to
Very good.
Toastmasters.
Perfect. Since you mentioned about Toastmasters, you mentioned you're Toastmaster for past 3 years, right?
Yes.
I'm curious to know, because in my Toastmasters journey, since I'm a Toastmaster as well, I'm a passionate Toastmaster, I have learned a lot of people, they are not able to continue this journey. And what is making you, or what is keeping you to continue this journey of Toastmasters? What is that one thing?
Yeah, Amjad, actually when I joined, even I didn't knew that I'm going to continue for last 3 years. But then when 1 meeting, 2 meeting, 3 meetings, when I started giving my speeches, especially when I reached my advanced speech, I picked up that manual called storytelling.
All right.
And when I was going and giving that project, many people came to me and started saying that I'm a good storyteller,
Oh wow.
which I was not aware. So this Toastmaster is a journey which helped me to identify my own hidden potential.
All right.
So that's one thing, and meeting people, and when I'm giving speeches, the way it goes on, preparing the speeches, this, that, and all. So all these things are making me more interested towards keeping in touch with
So can we consider like it's intrinsic and extrinsic
Yes, it is both.
motivation
Yes,
or encouragement is keeping you
yes,
continue
exactly.
this journey?
Exactly.
All right. And where do you see yourself in next few years? Being a Toastmaster?
Okay. Last year I was thinking that I will complete my DTM, but then over a period of time there is only one thing, this fraternity gives us an ample opportunity to even test our own leadership skills.
All right.
So I don't have any intention of leaving Toastmasters, but I want to be there. I want to help people, and at the same time, last year, because I am developing my own leadership skills, I have started doing little bit of leadership skills even back home in India with the school kids.
Oh, very good.
So I go there, I sit with them, I read out story books to them, and so it is
That was my
more
next
like,
question actually. I want to
yeah.
ask you, what are you doing for society if you are learning leadership and communication? Because that should not remain in ourselves.
No.
That has to go out.
Yes.
We should serve society. So
Exactly.
what are you doing for society in terms of what you have learned? What are you doing for society?
No, this is one thing, because I believe in spreading the knowledge which I have gained from Toastmasters, whatever I have learned so far. At the same time, I also want to make others happy. So that was my main motto when I went back to India, when I went and met those kids. There are small villages, they have schools and all. So I go there regularly, I sit with them, I read out the storybooks, I collect lot of books from my friends, relatives and all. I go and give them books. And so I'm trying my best. And the most important and interesting part is, those kids are now looking forward that when Rizwana will come again.
Very good, very good. So you have
So
created the excitement.
yeah. So that excitement from both the side is
Very
there.
good, very interesting, very interesting. Since we believe in improvements, all right, and a lot of time I've heard from people like the biggest room in this world is the area of improvement, room of improvement.
Yes.
Okay, what do you feel where we should improve in our society in terms of leadership, even in our fraternity? I would say, what do you think? What we should do for our next generations? Are we doing enough for our next generations? Are we preparing them?
See, there are two things. One is to understand the other person. In terms of when we are trying to, when you said room for improvement can be different for each individual. So it is better we understand them first, and based on that we tell them, okay, this is the areas where you need some kind of improvement. This is the area where I want to learn from you. It's reciprocal, I would say, rather.
All right. No, but I want to understand from your point of view where we lack right now, as per your knowledge, as per your understanding, the way you are going about. Where do you think we need to have a bit of improvement, specifically, categorically?
Okay. You're talking in terms of Toastmasters, or you're talking in terms of
In general,
In
our
general.
Toastmasters is fine, because end of the day, we are Toastmasters. In Toastmasters, we are practicing real life. Now, we are not a small fraternity. We are huge.
yes.
We exist in 143 countries, and we are huge in numbers as well. So we cannot disconnect ourselves with the real world.
Okay.
So we are real world. So idea, you can speak about Toastmasters or outside Toastmasters, doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we are interconnected.
I think there's only two things which I feel is understanding others and adjusting ourselves in different kind of environment. This is what, even for young generation, I would like to say specifically, because young generations, what I have seen, that they are not able to adjust in different environments. So that is what I would like to say, where even now in Toastmasters I see there are many young crowd is coming, but after few meetings I don't see them coming and attending the meeting.
Absolutely, that's my
Yeah.
question. That's the whole point.
So are we, the question I would rather put it this way, are we prepared enough to give the society what they are expecting?
Absolutely, that was my question.
Yeah.
Like, are we giving them something? Are we
Yes.
making the platform according to their mindset? Because now the generation, which is IT and internet generation, you cannot compare them with the generation
Yes,
30 years back.
Exactly.
Because now in last 20 years, magic happened,
Yes.
miracle happened. We cannot do comparison with that. Now we need to make platform ready for those people who are coming out of colleges and universities. Are we ready for that? Do we have that much potential for them?
We have potential. It's not that we do not have potential, but what I feel, those potentials, the resources are not being fully utilized.
But where do we lack? That's the point.
We lack in terms of
Transformation
transformation.
or transition.
Yeah, transition is more than the transformation. I think it is taking little longer time than what they are expecting from us,
So it means
and that's the reason they just slowly.
they are not following the path.
Yes.
But we are trying
Yes,
to let
exactly.
them
Exactly.
take path.
Yeah.
All right. So, what do you think? What we should do for them to come and lead us? Because we have a generation gap. During our discussion, that's what we found, and we know that.
Yes.
We cannot deny.
Yes.
There is a generation gap. We need to fill it. We need to blend
Yes.
with our knowledge, the confidence what we have, and the energy and the spark they have got.
Oh, they have a lot of energy.
Yes. So how we can link both channels so we can make this world much better place than we have it today.
See, in this I would say that we have to come closer to each other. First of all, the transition which we are talking about, there is a gap. We need to start reducing the gap by allowing them to understand us, and we should make an effort to understand them as well. And I think that will help to certain extent to bring in the transformation which we are looking for.
So you mean to say we need to sit with them, listen to them, and accept their mindset as well.
Acceptance is important.
Acceptance is very important,
Yes,
because we cannot
acceptance is
impose something on somebody.
No.
If we feel like, okay, this is what we've been following for decades,
Yes.
you need to follow this one. I think this is not going to work.
Exactly.
Is it? And we need to ask them, okay, how you want this to be happen. So we can modify or restructure a bit. We don't need to lose our values, of course,
No.
but we can incorporate their mindset into it,
Yes.
restructure it, redesign it, sugarcoat it in such a way so we can
Yes.
feed them,
Put it. Yes. Put it in
okay,
their
so
mind.
they can accept as well.
Yes.
That's what you're trying to say.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Great. So we can do that. It's possible.
Yes, of course it is.
It's possible.
Yes, it is possible.
Perfect. Now, what changes you see in yourself, in your personal life, in your professional life after joining Toastmasters? Why I'm asking you this question? Because it's not about you only.
Yes.
It's for the people who are listening right now, are watching us, and they will learn whether they should join or not. Please.
Okay. One, a major difference I would say is speaking in front of the audience, which I was not at all comfortable earlier. Second one is the confidence. Confidence came slowly once I started facing the audience. Earlier, this confidence was not there. That fear of how am I going to face the audience. We speak at home, when we go meet relatives and all, it's fine. But the moment it comes to a formal atmosphere where you are on the other side and there is a audience in front of you, how will you face that?
Everyone is staring
That
at you.
was, yes, everyone staring at you, and what will be my first word, you know. So that was there in my mind
So you
earlier.
don't feel
So
now fear anymore?
no, now I don't feel that fear at all.
Any number of crowd,
No,
audience, size
no,
of audience?
it doesn't. Now it doesn't matter to me because I know the stage is given to me, and I am addressing them. All of them are looking at me, so I have that confidence to deliver what I am supposed to say.
Very well, wonderful. Now, what about your professional life? Did you see any change in your professional life in terms of, again, convincing people? Because you have done many advanced level speeches which are all focused on professionalism,
Yes,
different criteria, different fields,
yes,
like storytelling, as you mentioned,
yes.
and interpersonal communication, public relations, and all these things. What do you see? Have you found any change in your professional life?
Professional
Improvements?
life, now what I try to do, when I mostly held exhibition in India. Now what I try to do, like what Toastmaster has taught us, in each speech, try to add your own personal story here and there. So what I do is, when I go and when we are having exhibition, when people come and ask me, immediately I try to, like, try to give my own personal experience, like how did I do this painting, what was going on in my mind, etc, etc. So that talking more, talking in terms of convincing people, persuading them to look at my painting, buy my paintings.
All right,
So
all right.
it is blending, like that art and the Toastmaster is blending now.
So you mean to say it's helping? Of
It is
course,
helping, yes.
it has made a difference.
It has made a difference.
Perfect. Okay, now I have seen you performing on club level as well as area level, and you have competed in different uh, like international speech or table topic evaluations. Share with us your experience. How did you find it, and why people should participate in such competitions? What did you learn about it?
See, I wanted to just learn and enjoy. That is the reason I participated. I did not participate with the intention that, okay, from the club level I will go to area level and all. I didn't had that in my mind. I said, no, this is a right time, let me participate. So I participated. I went up to area level. Again, at area level, same. I just wanted to hear people coming from different clubs and how they deliver their speech. That was my main motive to be
Alright.
there at that
Alright.
stay on that stage.
I believe you are right now serving as an area director as well. How do you see it? How is this position? What are you learning from this position? And what are you planning to do after this?
See, after becoming an area director, what I realized, earlier I had that mindset, okay, I can go up alone. But it gave me an opportunity to think that there are people around me, and when I'm moving ahead, I need to ensure that I take them all along with me to move ahead.
So there is nothing can be achieved all alone.
No.
So that's what you're trying to say in
Yes.
Toastmasters.
Yes.
Whichever position you hold
Yes.
does not matter.
No.
There is nothing can be achieved all alone.
All alone.
You need people with you.
Yes.
It's completely
Yes.
a teamwork.
Yes. It's a teamwork.
So when you grow, it means
Yes.
it's a proof that you have been growing other people along with you.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
understood.
It is understood.
When
And
you reach
it's-
somewhere,
yes.
it means you have not reached there all alone. Because there are hundreds of people or thousands of people, they have been supporting you
Of course.
in order to achieve your goals,
Of course.
milestones
Yes.
every day.
Yes.
Perfect, perfect.
Teamwork is very important, and how we gel along with each other, how we understand each other, how we support and guide each other, just because all of us have that goal. And we all can achieve that only if we are all together,
All right.
not alone.
One more question. I believe you are going to be mentor of one club as well,
Yes.
which is going to be chartered very soon, which is in process. What is that, mentoring a club, and what change you can bring in club's culture or environment? What are you going to do that?
See, it all depends. When we talk about mentor, each club, now I go to different clubs. Each club has different requirements. Yeah. Now, when this club will form, definitely I'm going to be there attending the meetings, having an interaction with the members, with the EXCOM, and depending on how I see the club's performance, accordingly, based on that, I will keep on advising and guiding the EXCOM and members that okay, we need to improve on this, we need to improve in terms of mentor, club mentor, and a member mentor. I think both are different. When a club mentor, when you talk about club mentor needs to see that the entire club is growing. It's not only about one member or two member. So that is what is my aim, basically, to know each and every member, what is their needs, and then slowly I will start guiding the EXCOM as to how to take the entire club moving in a right direction.
So what I understood from your answer is like you make sure club remains healthy
Ye-
and members are sustained and they are doing their projects in terms of communication and leadership, both. All right. So that's the mentor's job, keeping a bird eye view and supporting them morally and helping them to improve.
Sorry to interrupt. Understanding the objectives of the members, why they joined Toastmaster.
Okay.
That is most important.
All right. And you have mentioned you have used one word, EXCOM. What is that EXCOM?
EXCOM is basically are the 7 executive committee members in each club.
Executive committee.
Executive
Okay.
committee members in each club, which is consisting of a president, then vice president education, vice president membership, vice president public relations, then secretaries, sergeant at arms. These are 7 members basically. When the club is formed, any club, the members appoint them, and these 7 members are responsible for taking care of that club,
All right.
but the members remain the first priority,
Of course, I understand.
and they will only serve for the entire club.
They're
They do
servant
not,
leaders.
yeah, they are servant leaders.
Perfect. Great. And it was very interesting and very informative session. And if you have anything to share with the audience, if you have a message, if you want to tell them something, why they should join Toastmasters or why they should not join Toastmasters, or please, over to you.
Okay. Now, only one thing that I would say, whoever wants to join Toastmasters, more than welcome. Please come attend the meetings of different clubs. Join Toastmasters because you also may be a one lucky person, like how I am able to identify my hidden potential. Maybe it can help the others as well. So it is a one platform where you can learn not only speaking, you can learn leadership skills. It helps you develop your own confidence, and it makes you a better individual.
Very good, perfect. Thank you so much. Now, Toastmaster Rizwana or Ms. Rizwana, if you have any question, you can feel free to ask me.
Amjad, I have a question for you.
Please.
Where do you look yourself in Toastmasters few years down the line?
First of all, when I started, I didn't start for any position. I started to serve the society. I wanted to do something for humanity. Then I was searching on internet. Then I got to know about Toastmasters. When I came, because to serve the society, you need to be in the society, right? You need to be social enough to understand people's needs and wants. So then I came to Toastmasters after searching on internet. Then I joined. After joining, I felt like this is one of the best platforms where I can improve overnight, kind of, you can say that. And trust me, I have seen myself improved a lot. The person who was not able to speak confidently, forget the confidence, who was not able to speak in English,
Oh.
now still able to manage a bit. It's long way to go, I agree, but I'm able to manage somehow now. It's just because of Toastmasters. And now where I see myself, if you remember, I don't know you know about it or not, because I stood in very first year, I stood for division for division director position.
Yeah,
And
I
I
heard
lost
about
it.
it. I heard about it. Yeah.
And then I got an opportunity to that area director position, which is giving me immense information and knowledge,
Yeah.
and I learned a lot. That's the reason it's taking me every single day to Toastmasters meeting, and because I feel like when you learn, you teach. When you teach, you learn. So I consider myself a now passionate student, and every day I want to learn. Right now, what we are discussing is also learning,
Exactly.
and where I see myself coming here, I'm standing for district director, and in next few years, I'm looking myself as a international president. I'm aspiring that only. There is no less than that. Yes, of course, there are procedures, rules, and regulations to be followed. I will be following that, and there is no shortcut, of course, but that's what I'm aspiring. I see myself. It's not only I want to see myself on that position, but you will see me serving the society as well. That's what I'm doing it today. Every day I go to Toastmaster meeting, not to speak, but to listen, help people. When I go there, they get motivated from me. That how you can manage every single day. So a lot of people, they are now continuing their projects. They were holding their projects for last many years, honestly speaking. They mentioned to me, but now they're continuing, they're pushing themselves. The reason how they see the change in me as well. My question is a bit longer, but the reason is they were waiting for the perfection. What I share with them, perfection
It doesn't
does not
come.
exist.
Yeah.
Perfection does not exist. What you need to do is go on stage, hit the stage, learn confidence, fail and learn and repeat.
Yeah.
Then you will reach closer to perfection, but you are not going to be perfect at all. The day you consider yourself amazing and perfect, trust me, next day you are going to
Yes.
fail on a bigger size,
Yes.
and you will not be able to handle it. So let's forget the greatness, perfection. Let's work. There's a beautiful quote by Mark Twain. He says, "Continuous improvement is better than late perfection." That touches my heart always and I always mention in many speeches. We cannot be perfect, or if you want to be perfect in when you are 60s or in 70s, what's the use of that?
Okay.
Now you are young, now you can do magics. Go hit the stage, fail and learn from it. That's it.
See, perfection is, the level will keep on increasing.
Absolutely.
There is no boundary. Okay, you reach here, so this is a level of perfection. No, it will keep on going up. What we need to do is keep on practicing,
Yes, of
keep
course.
on practicing, refining ourselves.
As we mentioned, like generation gaps.
Yeah.
Every 20 years or 10, 15 years,
Yes.
you see there's a huge change in society, in culture. How you will see yourself matching with that new generation coming up? So now I cannot compare myself with my kids even. And how can I compare with the people who have already achieved so much? So, as we are unique people, we need to concentrate on our uniqueness, what we are specialized in. We should not look into people's successes and their achievements, but considering our environment, we need to look into our own. We should mind our own business, and we can reach to any level. But if we wind up with it, but if I'll keep walking behind you or be walking behind somebody else, of course I'm not going to reach anywhere. So that's the whole idea. We need to follow ourselves. What else?
As you talk about this young generation, we cannot put them into that boundary. When we talk about, okay, you need to speak only on this subject and this subject, they are not ready to accept that kind of.
Yes, you are right, absolutely right. The people, I think what we learned in our teenage, they are learning in their childhood.
Yes.
They are so advanced because of technology,
Yes.
because of social media, and we cannot ignore that. If we do that, I think we are making ourselves fool.
Yes.
We can make ourselves fool, but not the people around. All right, thank you so much, Toastmaster Rizwana. It's
Most
been
welcome.
a wonderful session with you. Thank you very much for your time, and hope to catch up soon.
Sure, definitely.
Take care.
Okay.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys, and you've been a wonderful audience as usual. Stay blessed. Stay blessed.
And join Toastmasters.
Enjoy Toastmasters. Enjoy your life, and enjoy your own uniqueness. If you don't do that, I think that's the worst thing you are doing in your life. So make sure you are enjoying your own uniqueness. Thank you so much. God bless you.